I think the logical endpoint of owning a Steam Deck is so that you can connect a pocket pussy rig to it and play hentai games all day.
You did it. You started it without me.
All
You
right, let's
bastards.
fucking go, baby.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm a boomer. I think I'm a zoomer. I think I'm a doomer. Damn, I'm like a zoomer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. EWGWHITE coming with the heat. I stay fooling with my
Welcome to the Grillcast, the only podcast in the whole entire world dedicated to radical centrism. I am your host, Ryan. Joining me, as always, is Micah. What is up, buddy?
Hey there. I was here the whole time. Great to be back.
As always, and we have a very special guest. It's been too long. We have our boy Drunkmin back with us today. How are you doing, man?
Good. I just came back from another successful run of throwing Heineken bottles at unsupervised children. So you could say business is booming in my neck of the woods.
Yeah. Just another Monday morning.
Just getting done what you gotta get done. That's very respectable. Now, I'm a little under the weather today, my grillers. I want you to, halt yourselves. I want you to take yourselves right now and not expect too much about what we're putting out, because I just got vaccinated for the very first time.
Oh,
I got my first vaccine because look, back in the day, back when the COVID vaccinations were running amok, what I said to myself was, I need to wait until this is proven efficacious, until this is proven to be a good investment into my body. And when I said that, I really meant it. I got this COVID vaccine because I realized that the science behind it is sound. Okay, have people just been keeling over and dying for no apparent reason because of it? No, they haven't been. That's what we were promised, this false sale of goods. That the COVID vaccine would kill everybody who annoyed me, and this never happened. So yeah, I went and got vaccinated. Now I'm a little under the weather. How do you guys feel? Are you all vaxxed up now in the year of our Lord 2024?
Dude, I was a vax maxing early investor. I got in on that shit pretty quick.
Ground floor? You got in on the ground floor?
Yeah, I did. And it was mostly for business purposes. They weren't allowing you to travel at that point in time, and so I figured, well, I don't want to not be one of the cool kids, not able to fly around in the aeroplanes. So I better get this mystery juice up in my system.
Now, see, I just forged my documents. I counterfeited them because I had the solution in my head that we need to wait to see if this vaccine is efficacious, if it's something that is going to work. And when I said that I was going to wait to see the results, I waited. And what happened? I saw that it was perfect, that it should have never been denigrated by anybody. And because of that, now I am protected in the year of our Lord 2024
from
the coronavirus.
You could have found this out a lot sooner. I actually had a somewhat similar idea, but I didn't want to wait for the human trials to be finished. So I just stabbed my cat with the vaccine like 6 times. Nothing happened, so I figured it was safe.
I'll tell you what, Mike. I actually during COVID, like when it had first gone down, I was asked for my job to go get the jab, and suffice to say, nurse went to go put the needle in my arm, and she got a couple of jabs and a right hook and an uppercut, and I got a restraining order. But what I'm saying is, I didn't get COVID.
You got scared of the needle and left.
I beat up the nurse, and then I took the COVID vaccine from her and took it myself. I didn't trust her to put it in my enlarged centrist veins.
I didn't see her put enough mercury into it, so I had to take matters into my own hands.
Why are we talking about this?
Why not? It's 2024, Mike. It's important. COVID's still important, don't you know?
Telling people that you recently got the shot because you don't want them to know you've been smoking weed and that's why you feel weird?
Okay, look, Micah, here's the thing. In the year of our Lord 2024, we need to have the vaccine fully rolled out. We have COVID on its heels right now. It's dying. It's round 9 in the fight. It's just been blasted in the head about a dozen times. this is the point where we need to all get together and realize that we can put this in the ground once and for all and finally move on. We here at the Grillcast, we didn't talk about COVID that much. We didn't tell anyone to do any one thing or the other as far as vaccination goes. We've remained pretty neutral through it, but enough time has passed, okay, that we can finally once and for all say, go get vaccinated. That is an official Grillcast call to action.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Yo, let me tell you what, though. Fucking one of the best PR campaigns in history was when they started naming variants after, like, fucking Transformers. Like, can you imagine? Oh, the Omicron
The
variant.
Optimus Prime variant.
Can you imagine if they did that with other stuff like monkeypox, where it's like, no, this is a new strain called Malibu butt fuck.
Dude, just try this strain, bro. Trust me, this one will work for you, bro. Please take it. Just try it.
We call this one the massage parlor malaria variant. Make sure to wash your ass twice a day and you'll be fine. The CDC approves. We're good. It's within the guidelines.
It's in the guidelines, and that's very important.
It's settled science, libtard. Okay.
Well, you know what else is settled science is the Me Too era. Do you guys remember this when Me Too was at its peak? When many innocent men said, "Look, I may have grabbed some butts unconsensually, but I was reading her body language. I just got it wrong." You know, one of those things where many men were negatively affected by the fact that they had to follow these weird new rules that had popped up. And it's not just, us everyday laymen, not just us everyday guys just walking around doing radical censor shit. All right. It's also the Wall Street elite. The elite. Okay. I read an article recently because it's been making the rounds again. People have been talking about this. People have been chatting about the implications of this. It's a 2018 Bloomberg opinion article titled Wall Street Rule for the Me Too Era. Avoid women at all cost.
Based advice?
It really is. And, that's ultimately what they ended up doing. But I wanted to dissect this article a little bit because through this article, you can kind of look back in it. You can hop in a time machine, go back to 2018 and see the mindset that these guys were in and how they moved on past the Me Too and how they solved Me Too as a problem forever. So this article that I mentioned, it covered the fallout from the Me Too movement, and it talks about how these hardworking corporations, how they sought to navigate the effects of women complaining. Something that's ailed us all in our lives, women complaining. But it hit them harder than anyone with the Me Too movement. They said some top Wall Street kings talking measures such as not having one-on-one meetings with women anymore, not taking them to business centers. They even went as far as not hiring women anymore for a junior role. They looked at it and they said, it's just not worth the risk. But this can't last forever because if we just don't hire women, what's gonna...
The company will fall apart.
It'll fall... Without their input, the company could certainly not, shoot to the moon and do everything correctly.
Collapse.
Right. This was a temporary stopgap measure because when you look at it at the end of the day, corporations are people. We know this to be fact, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Corporations are people. And specifically the top corporations, they're radical centrist people. They're big brain gorillas, okay? And the corporations, they're big brained enough to know that they have to look outside of the box. Yeah, they need to search for true answers, not just these temporary stopgap measures of not hiring women because they're annoying and because they introduce problems in a realm that would otherwise not have them. No, but they look for the real answers and they found it. And this is going to blow your mind. They just hire trans women now.
Oh. My God. I honestly, hold up though. Stunning and brave.
Can I get a stunning and brave
2 in
check?
the stunning, 1 in the brave.
It just seems a bit extreme, Orion. I mean, I've personally always looked at this this whole dilemma of like the Me Too. Like to me, Me Too, and that's just a difficulty setting, And if you can't get past that, then it's a skill issue.
Would you rather be Harvey Weinstein or would you rather be a filthy incel? That's the real question.
Exactly.
Harvey
That's a
Weinstein
question that
grew
was
past
paused.
it. No, that's a very good point.
He was
But-
just getting pussy like the rest of us. He didn't want to be an incel.
He was a fake cell. Harvey Weinstein was a fake cell, dude. He's like, oh, I have a weird egg wiener, and like, no woman wants to have sex with me unless
Dude,
I leverage my power position to make them.
that's the best part of like any harassment suit is that regardless of whether or not any of the allegations are material, there's always going to be the tea spilled about like the shape, size, and overall quality of the man's penis. Every woman's just gonna be like, oh, it was gross. It looked like a naked mole rat with tumors.
Yeah.
That's just
Well,
like
like-
public knowledge forever.
So like, women are always like, oh, revenge porn's awful. Like a guy leaked nudes of me when we broke up or whatever. But like talking about the fact that Harvey Weinstein has an egg wiener is somehow cool.
They all know
Like,
it.
it's just to
Everybody.
shame him, right?
That's literally it. Can you please describe? Well, it's like we got to make sure these testimonies match up. Girls, what did his dick look like? Make sure that you're extra explicit about its size, shape, and overall quality.
Okay, but to get back to the point I was trying to make, it's a very cogent, very poignant point about these Wall Street corporations. Not just Wall Street; it's exploded across America. Am I to believe? Okay, that it's just a coincidence that Me Too happens, and immediately right after, every corporation in the West is like, yeah, trans rights are human rights. Like, that's just a coincidence. No,
Yeah,
these corporations, these people did it for a reason. You get to hire a woman who's competent, who won't get sexually harassed because they look like shit, like garbage. You look at them, you're like, oh my god, my penis is retracted inside of my body. You know, this woman that you hire, they have common sense, they have an ironclad resolve. They're not going to get pregnant in the middle of a big project and take a year off. Why would you not hire a trans woman?
Welcome your sexual harassment advances.
Whoa, hold up.
Yeah, they might just welcome it.
Hold on a minute. I agree with your thesis, and I agree with the methodology that you've used to arrive at it. But won't this spark a chain reaction that has every major corporation in America helmed by Chris Chan in the next decade? It's over.
You
It's
know,
over
I'm
at that
gonna
point.
be brave by saying this. You know, a lot of people aren't gonna like this. A lot of people are gonna say, "Well, that's just wacky." But did Chris Chan really do anything that bad?
Yes.
Well, okay, what did Chris Chan do?
His mom.
Oh, his mom. How was she dressed? How was she dressed when she was infirmed in the nursery care bed? Like that? Okay, those fucking patient gowns that they adorn them in. Why is the backside open like that?
If not
Why?
to show ass. Okay. You might be winning me over on this one.
They tempted a poor autistic strong woman over. They tempted him with that gown, that revealing gown. And what was he supposed to do?
Boys will be boys. Or they thems or whatever they choose to identify at this moment.
Respectfully.
That's fine.
Wait, so are we for
He's
trans people being in the workplace or not? I'm getting confused.
Are we pro trans people being in the workplays?
Dude,
Yes.
I'm getting lost.
Why would you not hire a woman who's able to actually do the job competently, who isn't sitting around all day just gossiping about the other women in the office, who's sitting there behind the computer? Because these trans are very good coders. They're good at coding. They're good at working. All you have to do is dangle a carrot in front of their face and say, hey, like,
oh, dude,
I'm with you.
You said dangle A. And
Shut
then I was.
I'm with you.
that could be the carrot too. That could be the carrot too.
I'm with you up until the point of then what happens when the women then turn against all the trans people for taking their jobs?
Then we get
Which is a very
the
foreseeable
ultimate
outcome.
the best outcome of all time, which is that women and trans women destroy each other.
Yeah. That's not our problem anymore. Okay, as men, do we get in the middle of women squawking with
Cat
each
fights?
other?
No.
Or do we just accept it as a fact of life that this is going to happen?
No, we hold
that
up
they're
our
going to be
phones.
upset with each
We
other.
hold up our phones and we yell "World Star" and we record it. We record it horizontally, right?
Well,
We're
some
grown
trans, some tranny beats the fuck out of some chick.
You just see this thing in the
Uses
street.
his man strength to just
Yeah.
fucking body some chick. We're like, well, it's a woman fight. What am I supposed
you're
to
watching
do?
this in the middle of the street, and you're just like, oh my god, somebody get a camera.
Absolutely landing like Tekken 8 King combos, going, "It's ma'am." Damn.
Well,
That's
They
where
would
it'd
have
be
the
squeaking.
women would have the numerical advantage though, so it'd be like the you versus how many toddlers could you face, that scenario, that hypothetical.
Because you got to think with if this
Like
is
how many
a
women
person
would be able to.
attempting to pass, then they're probably addled by estrogen hormones, so their bitch tits would prevent them from.
And then where do the trans men stand in this
That's
battle?
well, the other thing about it is, like, if a trans woman is gonna attack like a biological woman, how do you even tell who the trans woman is?
Right? Yeah, what is a woman? That's a good question. And nobody's answered it thus far, honestly. So, another mystery.
To me, it just looks like two women fighting.
Shit, I hadn't even considered that. I wasn't thinking
Impossible to tell.
Damn, bro. First we had to fucking figure out what the clit was. No luck there. And now we have to find out what a woman is. I'm fucking stumped, guys.
Yeah, good fucking luck, right?
It's over. It's never been more Jover, guys.
Well, look.
Speaking of women's issues.
Well, no, not speaking. This isn't a woman. This is a man. The manliest man who's ever lived. Somebody that all of us men can look to and say, this is somebody I respect who has won my heart over in a non-gay way, and that's Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dog the Bounty Hunter. He recently went on Fox News. He went up there because that's who we have on Fox News now is Dog the Bounty Hunter. This is somebody who is taking a real hardline approach towards the immigrants. Okay, the illegal immigrants, the illegals. They're out to pasture because Dog is hungry, and when Dog is hungry, Dog eats, and nobody stops him. Okay,
I swear to God that Fox News has gotten so unhinged since Bill O'Reilly left.
Since Tucker left, especially.
Yeah. Good old Bill O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly really kept that shit together,
Let's
dude.
do it live.
But anyway.
But yeah, Dog the Bounty Hunter, he's hungry and he wants to eat, and he's gonna eat some illegal immigrants. Let's watch this clip and yeah, let's all feast with Dog right now and see what he's doing.
When you
He's looking pretty
approach
rough.
these people, whether they're migrants or outlaws,
Yes, sir.
this is what we're going to be looking at. Do you have any advice for Donald Trump if he assumes office again? Is he going to make you deportation czar?
I would like a job like that.
Yo, let's get Dog the Bounty Hunter in there. Okay, how much worse could it go? Did you see his face when Jesse Waters, total piece of shit cuck, wants to be Tucker Carlson but will never be? Just a fucking idiot. But you see his face when he asks him, wait, what would Donald Trump hire you? What would you tell him? He goes, ha ha ha. It's definitely kill people. Kill a lot of people. Kill all of them.
You keep bombing them. You bomb them
We all
again?
have a shared understanding of exactly what that reaction meant. Like, just instantly we knew exactly what was going on in his head.
The based chuckle, the knowing smirk.
The knowing smirk.
He knew. Does he
Well,
know?
how much worse could it go if we had Dog the Bounty Hunter in there? If Dog the Bounty Hunter was in charge of getting all the illegals, like just imagine you're an illegal immigrant right now, right? Imagine you're just some guy, you're Jose Cuervo, and you're trying to cross the border. You're trying to get in there and do some menial labor for cheap. You have a plan of attack. You go in, you're crossing the river, your back is wet, and all of a sudden You know, Dog the Bounty Hunter shows up. He says, "I don't think so, Jose," and just fucking
You're
puts his
blinded
knee
No
on
way,
him.
Jose.
light off of his bleached hair. You can't even
No
see him
way,
coming.
Jose.
Bro. I'm telling you
There-
right now, they're sending Jose Cuervo. They're sending people through the rivers so their backs are wet. And frankly, I can't describe them any more specifically than that, or else I'll get canceled again. folks.
Backs are wet. They're too slippery now. We can't catch them.
Their backs have an inordinate amount of moisture on them, folks. I have it on great authority. Dog the Bounty Hunter, I would love to have him in my administration. He's just as orange as I am now. And I've been told that that's why people like me. Bigly.
So it's like at the first Trump presidency, 2016 to 2020, what did he do? He hired a bunch of non-outsiders. And he did that probably, he didn't understand how the system worked. He needed some guys who were in there like swimwear. He figured out, this doesn't work so well for me. They actually, are trying to slit my throat. They're trying to take my policies and not make them possible. Do you think Dog the Bounty Hunter would do that? Or do you think Dog the Bounty Hunter would be like, yeah, I'm just going to kill every Mexican who tries to come over here? Imagine being Jose Cuervo and just getting fucking full autoed down at the fucking Rio Grande.
Imagine being in the Department of Homeland Security. Here's some desk fucking jockey, and Dog the Bounty Hunter walks up and he's like, I need you to authorize me a ton of fucking heavy machine guns for the border right now.
Hey, you're gonna do it too.
Like, Dog
the Bounty Hunter isn't some fucking pencil pushing dweeb. He's somebody who's gonna actually go there and use it.
I need you to give me this ammunition right now or I'm gonna fuck your wife.
This is a very isn't Dog the Bounty Hunter sober?
Unfortunately, yeah.
This is a sober man.
He's just naturally that based.
He's a very, very sober man. And I think he could personally, on his own, deport at least 3 million migrants.
I think he's a stable genius.
He's a genius. He has that fucking retarded gay fucking like Indian feather thing hanging over his face. He's a genius.
Yeah, he's a stable genius.
Well, look, I want to go over some of his policy positions. How would he handle
his policy positions?
Yeah, he has policy positions. Look, he
Wait,
knows
is he running for office?
He does. He basically is. He's not running for office. He's running for the heart and soul of America. And he's saying right now, look, how can I...
Hey, Dog, what are some of your policy positions? Oh, doggy style.
Well, look, let's see what he would do as czar of the illegal immigrant crisis. What would he do? How would he handle that?
We use non-lethal weapons that'll drop a mule. So get ready.
What kind of non-lethal weapons would you use?
Well, the newest one they've got is the new pepper ball gun, and it's designed to spin the body, and it does not enter unless you. I had to take a 40-hour course. You cannot shoot above the neck, or it would kill them. So pop, pop, and they're down. That's it. And what you want to do is put the person down to cuff them, and then go from there.
Right. This is obviously the last tactical resort. We're not advocating just hitting people with pepper gun.
No, Jesse Waters, we're absolutely counting on doing that. That's so retarded. Oh, those non-lethal measures, they're definitely, the last resort. And Dog is pissed. He's like, no, that's step one. Dog the Bounty Hunter as czar of killing illegal immigrants for entering our country. This is a guy who, that he starts out with the non-lethal measures. And maybe he could aim for your head. His aiming, he could fucking cap you from 1,000 yards.
He has the VATS targeting system from Fallout.
He is the American sniper. Chris Kyle wishes he was half as good of a sharpshooter as Dog.
He's going to hit you with those pepper balls that he took the 40-hour class for. So you're basically incapacitated. And then he switches to lethal, i.e. his penis.
Doggy style.
Just whips it out at some doggy style. I mean, this is a guy who, at his heart and soul, is the American Badass. The song American Badass by Kid Rock was written for Dog the Bounty Hunter to live his life by. It was a creed, an ethos for him to, continue his legacy. So he says, no, of course that's not fucking... of course it's not the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot this guy with the pepper balls. I'm gonna knock him on his ass, and then if he's lucky, I won't dome him for illegally entering the country.
Yeah, dude. You disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Yeah. I mean, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Okay, if we had this guy as the law, right? Imagine this. Imagine this. You're trying to cross the border. You have a sweet sombrero on, right? It's
enjoying a churro. It's nice and sunny out.
The beating sun is hurting you. It's taking you out. It's not good. But you have your sombrero on and you're crossing, and then Dog the Bounty Hunter shows up and he caps you in the dome with a fucking paintball gun.
And then proceeds to fuck your ass doggy style. Yeah. I don't know. It sounds like a hellish day to be a Mexican. I'll tell you that much.
Or a 5'4" Chinese national.
Yeah, or you're a Chinese person. That's been pretty funny. Apparently, Chinese have been pouring through our border. Our poorest.
Can you imagine being the border patrol agent that apprehends like 30 Chinese dude?
That one's running across the border with his arms behind his back and his head tucked. I wonder why that could be.
Fucking
just
hell.
Naruto running across.
Dude, can you imagine? Yeah, you're like fucking busting in on a smuggling operation, and you're like, wait a minute, I ordered this with extra egg roll. And then you just see it come with egg woe in the back of the room. Sweep it, boys. Breach and clear. It come with egg woe.
So, you might be thinking, if you're listening to Dog the Bounty Hunter right now, you might be thinking, he just wants to hurt these people. He just wants to put their knees on their neck. This is somebody who, at the end of the day, does not have compassion for these people. But, you would be wrong to think that. Because Dog is about to have a very emotional moment shilling his book. He's about to have a very vulnerable moment where we all look at him and we say, wow, that could be literally me.
Tell us why this book is so important for people to buy.
Well, it talks about my life and my walk with Jesus Christ. And I'm going to cry. I'm sorry. It was a lot of people helped me write it. And I was thinking, you know what? I've put over 10,000 felons in jail. And now Francie and I start speaking to people in the churches. And you know the story about the two felons that were crucified with Jesus. One of them said, if you're God, you get off the cross. And the other one said the two words, remember me. And Jesus said, today you're going to eat dinner with me and my daddy. And so I'm supposed to follow the steps of Jesus as I be Christ-like. So I'm going to take as many felons to heaven that I can.
Base. He's taking them to heaven, buddy. That's the thing. He wants to help these illegal immigrants. He wants to help them meet Jesus.
He's a missionary.
He's expediting the process.
All he wants to do is help them meet the Lord and Savior. And, perhaps they would have lived for many years if he didn't intervene, if he didn't stop them from entering our country, our poorest border, illegally. But, maybe the fact that they're going to meet Jesus a little sooner because he's going to blast them in the dome with his pepper spray gun, maybe that's a positive thing.
You think when Mexicans go to heaven, they're forced to learn English?
No habla español in fucking heaven, dude.
Oh, God. That reminds me of that fucking... I don't know if you guys ever saw that stupid shit post. It was that fucking...
English is God's language.
It was that picture of like Joseph Smith looking really smug, and it said something like French slave owners looking down on Haitians from heaven eating each other. We're so back.
We're so fucking back, baby.
And Dog's right though. Fucking all Mexicans should get to go to heaven when they cross the border illegally. I think that's a point of policy that we can all agree on.
Crossing the rainbow border.
That is the thing. America is God's country. This is something we've known for hundreds of years. Like, we've had the best British, we've had the best Europeans all come over and found this country, America, by saying, hey, look, where we were, this was a godless heathen platform. It's somewhere no man should be. No man should be in Britain. No man should be in the UK. No man should be in Germany. No man should be in France. Every man of godly character should be in America because we're building something new. We're building something better according to his vision. And what did they do? What did they do? The godless Europeans now just sit there and see, oh, you guys, oh, maybe you make better beer than us now. Maybe you make better food than us now. Maybe you make better everything than us now. But, you know, at least we have free health care. That's what they do. They sit there, they think that they have the best system on the planet, but every European has been condemned to hell. They are in hell right now. They're actively living it.
Hell World, aka the floating trash island of Great Britain. Great is alleged.
If we were in Europe right now, me and Micah, we would have been arrested already for hate speech. And what have we done? All we've done is spread the gospel of radical centrism.
Facts.
That's too right wing for Europe. You can't be radical centrist.
That's probably true. It's probably true.
Too right wing.
You have to die.
Too right wing for the true centrist chads of the European Union.
Isn't Bernie Sanders like a conservative over there?
Probably, dude.
Dude, it's so funny when they say that. And they're like,
the Scandinavian model. And it's like, dude, they're all fucking on crack and shit, dude. Sorry, opioids. They're all on downers.
Yeah, it's a Scandinavian model, so you want to make me a homosexual? I don't think so, buddy. I'm not gay.
Fucking and a hinger dinger durgan to you, good sir, but
yeah, their language is gay too. Like, whenever anyone talks in some European faggot language, it pisses me off so badly. I get so mad at that.
2 seconds in France, bonjour. Shut your faggot ass up.
There's a reason we threw their tea out. It's because it was full of HRT. Like, when the founding fathers threw that shit out, they're like, you're trying to make me into a tranny, dude.
Almost every European language is just, well, at least the Western ones just have this
they're so gay.
hint of smugness.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I hate people who aren't smug who haven't earned it. Like,
their language is more frilly and fanciful so that they can serenade other men more effectively.
Yeah.
German.
Fucking fruit.
Yeah, you don't have to be fanciful to seduce a woman, only a man.
Yo, well, only men can understand it, is what I was getting at.
Understood, my friend. Well, look, Doug isn't the only one who wants to help innocent lives in their journey to heaven. As, Dog the Bounty Hunter gets a machine gun and shoots hundreds of them. Bill Maher also wants to help many innocent lives in their journey to heaven. Bill Maher recently came out and embraced the radical centrist position. He said, look, these children, they have to die. They have to die. They gotta go. And so I'm going to go ahead and play his clip and then go completely against what I just said.
I can respect the absolutist position. I really can. I scold the left on when they say, oh, you know what? They just hate women, people who aren't pro-life. They don't hate women. They just made that up. They think it's murder. And it kind of is.
The fucking audience.
I am. I mean, there's 8 billion people in the world. I'm sorry, we won't miss you. That's my position on it. What?
Cope.
It's quite harsh, Bill.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not
Is
sure
that not your position if you're pro-choice?
Isn't that mainly because you don't like children?
I'm actually, you know what? I'm kind of in agreement with Bill Maher. That's what I've always said, believe it or not, is I'm always just like, if my position might be that it's killing babies, but like then you're just a baby killer. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be legally allowed to.
No, this is a common Grillcast win in the culture war, because like this is a position that frankly I think everybody loves, right? The right gets to call it murder, the rest of us get to have abortions. It's a win-win position unless you're the unborn child, but that's neither here nor there.
I actually think Bill Maher is wrong here.
Ooh.
Oh,
I know.
Elucidate us, good sir.
To add a little spice to the conversation, you have a couple guys here jerking themselves off. Oh, Bill Maher's so smart. That's every Bill Maher fan, by the way. Oh, Bill Maher's facts and logic. Oh, well, Bill Maher's wrong.
Let's position first.
Well, he starts off his conversation. Oh, they think that they just don't want abortions because they hate women. Yeah, that's a fact. But look, he doesn't even recognize that this abortion position of allowing women to scramble their fetuses like omelets and serve them up on a plate to the devil. He doesn't even understand that it's for the harvest, for the health of the harvest.
Oh, this fucking shit again.
Okay, Micah. No, seriously.
It's like an Aztec baby death ritual, so we're gonna get better crop growth. I actually hold up.
No,
it's true. This has been my position, and it will always be my position. We need to have.
Orion feels like he was vindicated because he predicted this would happen, and then his last fishing endeavor didn't go that well.
Roe v. Wade got struck, and then a year later, I caught a third of the fish that I caught the year before. So let me ask you, okay, is sacrificing these children, that's what we're doing. The Aztecs realized it. Everyone realized it.
So
you have to sacrifice the most innocent forms of life so that we can have a healthy harvest. We have to do this.
So
this is something we
thought of that. Whoa, hold on, it goes even further. Because it's fucking a common position for people to be like, well, isn't it great that we came here and stopped the Aztecs from sacrificing people? And it's like, holy fuck, I bet we kill hundreds of thousands more people every year through abortions than the Aztecs did in their history. That's fucking...
And the harvest has been bountiful, Drunkmin.
You're kind of
That's what you have to realize. Because we've had enough food, so much food, to feed everybody in our country.
And we
to
even
feed
have
everyone
enough,
in the world.
Yeah,
if we wanted
to choose to not feed Africa, which is even more based. So
yeah, well, that's just kind of like what are we doing?
The spoils
we can
of
ask
excess,
them on
baby. I love it.
Look, all I'm saying is like, Bill Maher's sitting up there, smug libtard. Oh yeah, we are murdering people, but it's cool. There's 8 billion people in the world. We won't miss you. Okay, hey, Bill Maher, can I murder you? Can I kill you, Bill Maher?
Not in my.
Well, can I stick a knife into your gay Jewish chest? Can I just do that real quick? Oh wait, no, I can't. You just want me to kill innocent babies?
Yeah, what the fuck? Isn't it weird that like the absolutist positions like that, like they don't understand that life on Mars is a single cell, but on Earth it's like, it's a clump of cells, kill it. Make up your fucking mind, bro.
Quick,
are you alive?
Pause. Yeah, pause real quick. My page refresh, is that gonna fuck this up?
Probably not. I mean, you're still...
Probably not. I have to pee real quick.
5 minutes later.
All right, now that we're back, though, can I kill Bill Maher?
Yes, please, dude. Fucking.
Well, the other thing, I get what you're saying. That he needs to frame.
They never want to be the one who dies.
The dichotomy is also all mixed up. Like it's not really an issue of like murder or not murder. It's one side that doesn't want to kill babies, and it's one side that wants to kill babies. It's really one side that doesn't want to have kids, and then another side that doesn't want women to have rights.
Oh man, well that gives me a really.
I think each of those positions are kind of valid. I think that's where you can find more common ground.
Well, look, he doesn't recognize it's for the health of the harvest. He doesn't recognize anything like that. He just takes a basic and this is what bothers me. It's like the edgelord libtard position that many 90s liberals are finding themselves in at this point, where you're like, oh yeah, like I was a liberal, except like, I could also laugh at things, so I have to be an edgelord now. No, you have to go full tilt. You have to understand what it is you're advocating for. But he makes such a point for this.
Are you okay?
But no. Dude, I'm pretty drunk right now.
I'm pretty fucking high. We really fucking fumbled on our choice of inebriation tonight. We should switch next time, I think.
Probably. Well, look, I want him to appreciate the gravity of this situation, what it really means for these women who are choosing to scramble their children like an omelet and serve them up on a platter for Satan. I want Bill Maher to understand what exactly that entails. And, in Alabama right now, they're not allowing for this anymore. Even in the case of rape or incest, no abortions whatsoever.
Based
So,
Hasberg babies.
let's see what these women are going through. Let's see what these women are facing for their strong woman choice of destroying their fetus.
But he crossed state lines.
Did that sign really say state line?
Yes.
Trump Republicans want to criminalize young Alabama women who travel for reproductive care.
Now you know how Rittenhouse felt.
I'm going to need you to step out of the vehicle. Take a pregnancy test.
What?
Stop them by taking action at righttotravel.org.
Up against the car.
Campaign for Democracy Group is
Notice
responsible
how
for
they
the
made
content
her
of this advertising.
like a mid blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman. They really want you to fucking sympathize.
Well, this was just a nice girls' road trip. Like, imagine, you're one of the ladies. You're just taking a nice intercontinental trip to go to the next state over so that you can destroy your fetus.
Go to your luxury abortion spa.
Literally, luxury
abortion spa.
Your border luxury abortion spa.
Literally, The Handmaid's Tale. Literally,
that would be a good grift, huh?
They're gonna have those pop up like south of the borders. South of the border.
Fuck yeah. South of the border.
It's like last chance.
It's like how weed stores are
Alabama.
South of the abortion.
South of abortion.
Look, until they decriminalize drunk driving, how can I care about that? Like, oh, you have to take a pregnancy test when you got pulled over? Well, how many roadside DUI tests have I had to face? How many times have I had to walk up and then blow, 0.079, which means I'm okay,
How many times have you blown?
What if it was 0.1? Yeah, what if it was 0.1 and you had to blow just a little bit harder? What if they told you to blow just a little bit harder, aggressively a few times?
Micah, you wanted to talk about World War III, right?
It never happens.
Yeah,
it never.
Yeah, it's just I was getting frustrated because I was seeing this. Like I kept hearing from people at work and my family and whoever, like, "Oh my God, it's happening. Something's gonna happen." But it's just like, no, it's not. It's just another week of wing cuck fear mongering. This time it's Israel and Iran. But we know the real guerrillas know that nothing ever really happens.
Nothing ever
Well,
happens,
you actually hit me up, Micah. You're like, we have to do an emergency episode. World War III is starting. You said that. You're like, hey, look, World War III is starting. Look, they launched.
Yeah. But
they launched nukes into Israel.
I knew nothing was going to happen, but just for the sake of news and the show,
just for the sake of news,
and
look,
fear mongering. We had to
look. I got that message from you, Micah, and I said, "Is this guy retarded or something? Nothing's gonna happen." And I said, "Yeah, we'll get right to that, buddy. We'll get right to that World War III episode."
No, but
it's happening.
It did make me want to bring up this point because I was thinking about it after I was hearing this all over the place. And it made me think, like, even in the instances where something quote unquote happens, like let's examine it for a second, because really, what happens is everyone just moves on with their lives. Like let's go way back, right? Pompeii, Mount Vesuvius, all these people get fucking turned to ash and cinders. Everyone moves on. Life's fine. Whatever. Siege of Constantinople. Life goes on. Everyone moves on. American Civil War. Everyone moves on. The Holocaust.
Yeah, everyone moved on from the Civil War.
Communists taking over Vietnam. Russia invading Ukraine. So, it's like, nothing ever happens. Even when it does. It doesn't.
It's like the ultimate white pill, because it was the black pill for everyone who died needlessly, but for us it's a white pill because we didn't have to, which is based. I'd say that not dying is based. So as long as I don't mean
that people don't talk about this stuff, Ryan. Yeah. I just mean it's not actually of any real consequence.
Yeah, as long as we don't die, it's cool.
You told me World War III is definitely happening right now. Emergency episode. We have to do it right this second. And I put it off not because of my crippling alcoholism, but because I knew
and
nothing was going to happen.
And slander.
Dude, Micah said to me, dude, we have to record right this second.
Let's get the screenshots.
Isn't it? I mean, because I told you first, Micah. I sent you memes about it, and you're like, is this how I'm finding out about, like, potential World War III? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, no.
It's not going to be World War III because nothing ever happens. But
well, nothing ever happens, but, you know, Wingcooks setting themselves on fire is something that's been happening a lot lately. These Wingcooks going out. We had one recently outside of Trump's New York trial. He set himself on fire.
Stupid
and look,
Blumpter.
Well, this is something that I think... Personally, it's a positive development. We used to have mass shootings where Wingcooks would go out, waste a bunch of innocent people, right?
Didn't we call for this too? We did this in one of our
waste
episodes.
A bunch
we talked
of
about
innocent
this.
ammo.
Yeah, we did talk about this. And the reason that we did is because, look, instead of shooting a bunch of innocent random people at a Walmart or at a school or whatever the fuck, look, you can, instead of doing that, you can just go on Substack, make your gay manifesto, and then put it out there. They're not going to remove it if you only killed yourself, because people are selfish at the end of the day. They just don't want to die. Mass shootings are out. Self-immolating is in. And these wing chads who are doing it, they're doing the right thing.
Another common Grillcast W.
This is another instance of mass shooting. Mass shooting. I want you to really listen, folks, at home. Mass shooting.
Well, look, this guy, he put out a Substack article. He put out a manifesto. He said, look, we live in a society. That was the
very true. That is so true.
That was the essence of what was to be taken away. Let me read the first few lines of his Substack article. And the Substack article is still up, by the way. I want you to know, if you put your shit to Substack and you mass shoot, it's gone. If you just light yourself on fire and fuck off.
This is a pro tip.
Just do that. Just do that, because your article will still be up. I pulled this up as recently as 5 days after this guy did this. He says, this extreme act of protest is to draw attention to an urgent and important discovery. We are the victims of a totalitarian con, and our own government, along with many of their allies, is about to hit us with an apocalyptic fascist world coup. So
What's this
I
guy
look at
talking about? We have four Democrats and a sack of potatoes running for president.
Well, look, all I know is this thing would have been fucking gone if this guy had shot up a bunch of people, because he just lit himself on fire, because he just, had his whole body, his entire body dissolve under the cleansing flame and shoot up into the stars and become eternal. That's all he had to do. And now his writings are still up there, and he can let everybody know. Did you know that we were, that our government is actually not as what it appears? That we're the victims of a totalitarian con? Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that the government actually bad? Because this guy figured it out.
We may not have been told the truth about 9/11. Maybe.
Whoa!
Potentially. Maybe we were misled about weapons of mass destruction. Allegedly.
I think he should have done some more research on how painful it is to die from being set on fire.
Do you think when these guys light themselves on fire, they're like, wow, this was a lot worse than I thought it would be? I thought that this was going to be, like, epic and wholesome.
This is way worse than it is in Minecraft.
And you can't take it back at that point. You can't just be like, oh, you know what? Actually, that was gay. My bad.
Imagine somebody self-immolating, but they brought a fire extinguisher with them.
Just in case they chickened out, yeah. Yo, guys, it was just a prank, bro. It was just a prank. Because we're journalistic integrist, and we really believe in what we do here at the Grillcast. I will be setting myself on fire.
I'm self-immolate curious.
I will be setting myself on fire on the next episode. You'll just have to trust me.
I've been on fire this whole time, actually.
Source? Can I have a source?
Dude, it's just starting to take hold.
Just trust me, bro.
Does not feel great, to be honest. But no, this guy, like, I didn't read his whole manifesto because this is a thing. If you're gonna light yourself on fire, I'm gonna give you the courtesy of thumbing through it. I'm gonna thumb through it. I'm gonna look up the word winkug to see if maybe you're a Grillcast fan. But other than that, I'm gonna control F that. I didn't see any of that in it. But what I did see was this guy talking about how actually both parties are the same. Whoa. Dude, did you know that both the Republicans and the Democrats have like a similar belief system and squabble over identitary politics? Did you guys know that? Whoa! Dude, can you imagine if Jimmy Neutron shot up a school?
Dude, you know he'd have the sickest
Jimmy Neutron shooting up a school. He'd just show up there with fucking Liberty Prime or like
imagine Jimmy Neutron showing up in a fucking mecha and just going, remember lads, subscribe to PewDiePie.
Just fucking domes. Just domes, Carl and Shane. Brain blast! Boom! Their heads explode.
Holy fuck, he turns Goddard to Pitbull settings and just lets him loose in a fucking nursery. Damn, bro, we're writing fucking
what were we talking about?
fan fiction.
Dude, I don't know.
Dude, I would like, if I was doing anything like this, I would never write a manifesto to begin with because I know it would get fucking TLDR'd.
Yeah, right.
I'm not fucking. Yeah, that's a humiliation. I'm not willing
finger
to face.
pointed straight up emoji.
You're just like sitting in hell and saying it's like, you fucking schmuck. Nobody's even reading that shit.
Slide whistle noise. Fuck. Wah, 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 wah. Just playing that over a snippet of your manifesto. It's true though. Too much yap. 0 out of 10 manifesto. Too much
or it's
yap.
just somebody reading it and they put like a sitcom laugh track over it.
Just reading it the most elbozo voice possible.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, like, when you have to write a manifesto for something, you have to realize people are going to read over that and be like, this guy sucks, dude. Oh, I had like a bunch of thoughts and I needed to put them out there, and the only way I could do it is by lighting myself on fire. Oh, well, you know what? You could also start a radical centrist podcast and just have good ideas naturally that flow onto the airwaves that brainwash people into believing your own point of view. You could do that too, or you could be a simpleton, a retard, a dunce. You could be somebody that your ideas just float out into the ether, and the only way you can draw attention to them is by burning yourself alive, which you should. You should do that. If you do not find success in your ideas making them out there themselves, just light yourself on fire, because it's the best you can do.
Now.
Shine bright like a diamond.
The brightest stars burn the fastest. That's what we all know.
I don't know.
Well,
personally, I think lighting yourself on fire is fucking cool.
It's so cool, dude. Dude, if you light yourself on fire...
If it's for no reason, it's cool. If you have like a fucking, oh, dude, my belief system, bro, it's so gay. If you're schizoaffective and you just wake up one day and you're like, I'm gonna fucking light myself on fire.
Yeah, no, follow the pattern, my gorillas. You wake up, you go, I have an opinion, then you set yourself on fire.
Truly, you finally came up with the answer to the wing cuck question. Think about your opinion, say it out loud, and if you really think it's worth it, set yourself on fire. That's
the only way to know.
Now.
That's the only way to know for sure.
Yep. It's absolutely
it's the validity test.
It is, dude. What does that refer? Is that Pascal's wager? I can't remember which one it is. The one where it's like you might as well just believe in God, bro, just in case.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's the wager. It's like, well, I mean, you'll never know if you were right because you'll be dead, but at least you burned and it was fucking sick.
Well,
remember, lads, subscribe to PewDiePie. Pours gasoline tank all over myself and.
All right, we are at the end of this episode. Wow, what a show. I bet you guys are all very excited about what we've done here today.
Scrambling towards the gum road to make your first contribution.
Yeah.
After this
gum road.
Because we've spent all the Gumroad money wisely so far. Why would we not continue to do that?
Replenish the funds. See what happens.
See what happens.
Toss a couple shekels into the cup.
Drunkmin, do you have anything to impart upon us? Some wisdom,
something
some
interesting,
life advice, just
worthwhile.
anything. The floor is yours.
Well,
YouTube friendly.
If I had to say anything, I'd say that always be yourself. I think that's really important. I think it's pretty sound advice. I think that 30 years from now I'll still be a borderline non-functioning alcoholic retard, but I'll still have all the friends I made along the way. That includes you guys. And for all the people listening today, please don't set yourself on fire. If you have the urge to immolate, set a friend or family member on fire instead.
Set someone else on fire.
Yeah.
That is a good point. If you're a listener to the show, you should probably set someone else on fire to make your point. That's the only way it's going to work.
Imagine you call the self-immolation helpline, and that's what they tell you to do.
Have you ever considered setting another person on fire instead? Oh man, I haven't. But now that you mention it,
Micah, what you got for us, buddy? What's your big ending speech here? You got something? I know you do.
What are you talking about? Do I ever?
You got something for us? You have some nice words of wisdom to share with the grillers today.
The police siren. That's it. That's all he had.
And we'll be back.
I'm old as a boomer.
Babe.
I'm old as a boomer. My mind said I'm zooming. Everything cooler long as I'm not Laura Loomer. If you think I'm not number one, I just
what a crazy episode.
Incredible. Dude, the fucking police siren.
Hit the default dance on a bitch. Floss dance while I'm flossing in a whip. Victory Royale when that chopper hit. Self-incrimination, I have no
Okay, Orion. No smoking weed ever again for all of us.
Yo, I have a good one for you guys before we depart. I was walking to go get beers the other day, and I was walking by like this really ghetto ass fucking shit shack, and I heard a beep, a smoke detector beep, and it was like in a trash bag just left outside of their house. And I looked at my cousin and I was like, yo, Chris, it's a hood cricket. And then he fucking pulls out an original. He goes, yo, that's one of them Wakandan wind chimes.
Well, I don't really blame black people for not understanding the smoke alarm thing, because I also tune women out, and that's like the most annoying thing in my life. So it's like, yeah, if there's just something constantly chirping at you, is put it to the wayside,